Good afternoon, everybody. It is a bright day in Oklahoma City, and this is the Brewer Breakdown, and I'm your host, Tyler Brewer. Today we're previewing Oklahoma as they get set to take on Auburn at 2:30 on ABC tomorrow afternoon. And I am excited for this game. I think it is going to be a very awesome atmosphere in Norman. I think our fans are really going to show up and show out. And I'm looking forward to this game. I honestly think this is going to be Oklahoma's best performance of the season so far. I just think Oklahoma has the better team going into this game, which most everybody knows that. But I think you're going to see John Mateer not make very many mistakes, if any at all. I think you're going to see our defense really pressure Jackson Arnold. And I think you're going to see Oklahoma play as good. I think they'll play even better than they did against Michigan. And I think after this game, you will see a lot of positivity within the organization. Oklahoma is a 6.5 point favorite. I think Oklahoma will cover the spread. I think they'll win by 10 points. I'm looking at a 31-21 kind of game that I think Oklahoma would win. So I see a lot of positivity in this game. It's a 2:30 kick, and SEC Nation will be here, and it's gonna be a great atmosphere. As for the game itself, I think Oklahoma has the better team going into this matchup, and Kevontae Lewis is probable to play, believe it or not. That's big for Oklahoma because that means they're not going to be without a wide receiver and a defensive edge rusher. Our Mason Thomas will miss the first half, but having Kevontae Lewis is one more guy that you don't have to worry about having to replace on Saturday. And I think that is good news for Oklahoma. That's good news for the receiving group because that's one more person that John Mateer could throw to. And it's really good that he doesn't have a concussion. So I am really excited about that for Oklahoma. And there's a bunch of other guys that are going to be that are listed as probable. So that's really good. We're getting guys back, which is really good. It's a good. This week's injury report was better than I anticipated, so that's really good. The only factor going into this game that I really see that could be a negative is if it rains. And the latest weather forecast that I've seen, it's not supposed to really rain, so we're good there. But overall, I like Oklahoma in this game. I think we're going to get a lot of guys back. I think guys are going to play well. And I think you're going to see a lot less mistakes than we did 2 weeks ago. And I say 2 weeks ago, not to skip over Temple, but Michigan was the last Power 5 opponent we played. Well, Temple's included in that because they're in the American. But Michigan was the last real opponent that OU has played because we drilled Temple last week. So I don't really look at the Temple game. I look more at the Michigan game. I think you're going to see OU play better than we did 2 weeks ago against Michigan. And I think you'll see OU play better than we did against Temple last week. So what I'm looking for is, can John Mateer not make mistakes and turn the ball over? And can we make Jackson Arnold feel nervous in the backfield because of the pressures we throw at him? Because he struggles under pressure. So that's what I'm looking for in this game. I want to see us dial it up and make Auburn's run game scarce on Saturday. So with that being said, we will recap everything on Monday or sometime next week. Hopefully it will be Monday. But until then, y'all have a good weekend and enjoy your college football Saturday.